All right, listen, your labor rate isn't what you actually think it is. Your labor rate is something very different. And you hear us talk about it all the time in our videos. You hear us talk about it on the podcast. You hear us say ELR. What is ELR and why does it matter to me? Effective labor rate matters to the shop owner, it matters to the technician, it matters to the service advisor, because it is actually how much labor we collect. Now listen, technicians have to be paid off of the labor production. I mean, I don't guess they have to. There's plenty of other ways to pay them, but I'm just saying that most shops calculate it from the labor revenue, and the target is 30% of the labor revenue goes to the technician. Technicians say, hey, I think I deserve more than that. Great, well, you're already getting 50 by the time you figure taxes, benefits, on all the other things that go into it, but that's not what this video is about. What this video is about is the fact that your effective labor rate is lower than you think it is. Now, how do I find my effective labor rate? I take my labor revenue and I divide it by my build hours. It's that simple. That gives me my effective labor rate. And because so many shop owners, so many service advisors, they build these really weird ways. They set the numbers up in this funky kind of deal where they're paying certain warranties a certain way and they adjust their labor rate and they do these canned oil changes and canned brake jobs. Guess what? Throws the numbers off, gets the numbers all out of whack, drops the effective labor rate, kills it. And it's a great way for shops to lose money. It's a great way for you to lose perspective in your business. So go check your effective labor rate. It should be 94% of your door rate. Technicians, why is this number important to you? It's important to you because it determines how much you're actually making when you're out there in the bay working every hour. And so I talk to technicians all the time. They say, hey, I want gravy work. A lot of times, some of the things that they consider gravy work has a lower labor rate. It means that you're not generating as much revenue as you think you are. So you have to understand this, because when we talk about GS techs, when we talk about A-level techs or high-end diagnosticians, what we're charging for them should vary. One of the things that I believe about fixing this industry is that we have to charge more for testing and diagnostic work, because that takes a much more skilled technician with a much higher level of tooling. So how do we do that? Well, we start charging substantially more for the testing so we can pay that technician well for doing the testing. Right now, they're getting the shit into the stick because A, they're not getting the time they need billed on the diag, and B, we're charging our standard shop labor rates. And so what happens is it devalues that position in the shop, and it's all about rushing, it's all about hurrying. It doesn't work. So that's just something I wanted to bring to the table for today. Understand what your effective labor rate is and understand what the steps are that we all have to take to begin to fix the diagnostic problem. Because the cars that we're working on, they are getting more complex, y'all. And I get it. Mike Allen loves to be out here touting about how he's giving diag away and he's paying his people and all this stuff. I'm just going to tell you, it devalues the industry as a whole, and it doesn't work long term. Does it work right now? Yeah, sure, absolutely. Will it pack his shop full of cars? Yes, absolutely. Is it a long-term solution? Is it something that lifts up the industry? Is it something that makes the industry better? No, it's not. And I don't think anybody could argue that. Anyway, y'all have a good one.